Hi everybody, this is Simon Ward from Computrainer. Now I just wanted to share with you some fantastic information which proves beyond all doubt our promise that you can improve your power by at least 10% in 5 months. Now I know it's very difficult for you sometimes to believe the adverts that you see. So many of them make outlandish claims, and the only real way in which we can prove that our product works is to get the athletes that have purchased it to use the Computrainer, follow a consistent program, and then send us their results, which is exactly what they've done and which is exactly what I've written onto the board behind me. Now if you look at what's on my left hand side here, you will see that if you can gain 20 watts, it's equivalent to approximately 0.5 miles an hour, so almost a kilometre an hour. And in the real world that speed translates into approximately a 9-minute gain for an Ironman distance event. 70.3 gives you an approximately 4.5 minutes gain, and in a standard distance triathlon you will gain 2 minutes. Okay, so let's go back over here now to the real world examples. Now I've put them in order of the people who made massive gains, and right here up at the top you can see Kurt and Will. They gained over 30%. Will gained 31% in 4.5 months, going from 219 to 287. Kurt went from 203 to 281, a 39% improvement. Now that might be because they lost some fitness. It might be because they're what's known as super responders. Until you actually get going on a Computrainer, you won't know if you're a super responder or not. So the only thing you can do is actually get started and see what happens. But I can guarantee, if you look at the other results down here, that you're not going to be disappointed. And this is why I can tell you that. Look at some of the other results which fall more into line with what our guarantee is. Martin Shewan, in 5 months he gained 16.5%. Tony Vout, he also gained 16.5% in 4 months. Vicky Watson, 15.6% in 4 months. We're going right down through Colin Hill, he was 15% in 5 months. Stuart Gemmell, 12 to 13%, but that was in 3 months. 12.2% for Gary Henderson in 4 months. Keith Hatter, 8.2%, so not quite up to our promise, but pretty close. These guys down here showing slightly smaller gains, but look, they only did that in 3 months. So Yorick was 2% per month, so if he carried on he probably would have got to the 10%. Shane was running a little bit behind, but there's something else I want you to look at, because one of the objections that we often hear from potential Computrainer users is, well, that's all very well for people who aren't very fit, but what about me? I'm already a strong cyclist. Well, take a look at some of these results. Right up here you can see Colin Hill. Colin is a guy who's raced in Hawaii in the 35 to 39 category when he raced, so he's no slouch on a bike or as an athlete. He went from 300 watts averaging for 20-minute time trial up to 345. Shane Dillon down here, he started out at 330 watts for a 20-minute time trial and went up to 345. So even the most powerful cyclists can make gains, and nearly all of these guys were well in excess of 10% in 5 months. So even if you're not one of these super responders, you can pretty much guarantee that this is what we call a risk-free purchase. Why is it risk-free? Well, if you don't get anywhere near this and you can prove that you followed our program, then we're quite happy to give you your money back. That's a universal guarantee, whether you're based in Australia, South Africa, America, the Outer Hebrides, Benbecula, whatever. 3 more things I'd like you to think about before we finish. If you ride a Computrainer consistently and you follow a program, then results are almost guaranteed, because the guys on the wall behind me, the names there, are proof of that. Alright? The majority of riders will be able to gain at least 10% in less than 5 months. What does that mean for you? Well, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere now, we're in the middle of January. If you buy a Computrainer now and your big races are in May or June, you've got at least 5 months to go. If you follow a consistent program, there's no reason at all why you can't gain 10% and go from middle of the pack to front of the pack, or even a podium place. The third thing I'd like you to think about is what I mentioned earlier, is that even if you're already a strong rider, you can benefit from having a Computrainer. So that's my message. The product's out there, the promise is out there. We're the only people who make a promise to give you your money back if it doesn't work, and now with these results you can pretty much see that this is a purchase that you're not going to regret. I'll leave it up to you, but the contact details are below me now for the country that you're based in, and hopefully we'll see you at a race and you'll be coming to tell us how great the Computrainer is. That's all for this time. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.